welcome back to another video. Here we go from Manchester to Barcelona. We arrive at El Prat in Barcelona, which is the main airport there. And I'm going to talk about some tips, tricks, places to see, and things that we did while we were there. Now, first thing, when you get to the airport, know that there's going to be a long line for immigration, especially if you come from anywhere outside the EU. If you come from the EU, totally fine, because it's Schengen. And this Senegal Airlines flight was pretty cool to see. But also, no Ubers from the airport. We are now in Barcelona. Beautiful. After a fantastic match at Manchester, we're going to explore the city. So you're going to want to download the Free Now app so that you can take taxis around town. That'll probably be your best way to get around. Now, what I'm showing you is Gaudi's architectural buildings here in Barcelona. He is a famous architect, designer, artist from the area, well, from Barcelona. And Antoni Gaudí was known for his unique and modernist architectural style, which you could see in those first two buildings. Now, there's one place that we didn't get to go, which was Park Güell, which was a public park designed by Gaudí. Something to note is that you will need tickets for that one, and you'll need to get those in advance. The same goes for the Sagrada Familia, which we'll see later. Now, you'll see a lot of street performers, you'll see a lot of artists around town. It's amazing. This is the Gothic Quarter of town that you're seeing right now, near the Catedral de Barcelona, which you would think is actually the Sagrada Familia, but that one is actually just a church. The Catedral de Barcelona is in the name, the Cathedral for Barcelona, and also has a very unique architecture to it. Now, I do want to mention the Gothic Quarter is beautiful. There's lots of great places to get a bite as I interrupt myself. But there's beautiful gardens such as this one that you might pass by. And we surprised David with one of our coworkers and his good friend, Tatiana, while on this trip. She happened to be visiting at the same time. David, how's the food? Yeah, I think he likes it too. Shima. Sí.
Do you know what it is? Rabo de toro?
No me digas, bravo. Bravo. ¿Qué es lo que estoy pensando que es? A la mierda.
Okay.
No, you don't have
Well, okay, film her saying what it is.
Okay. Rabo de toro.
Bravo de toro. Aquí, bacon. So, if you see the title of the video, I'm eating, what is it?
Rabo de toro.
Yes, penis. That's a good dick. So here you saw us have some wonderful tapas with some friends after surprising David, and it was fantastic. What you just saw me eat was, well, what you saw on the screen. It actually tasted better than you thought, had an interesting texture, but definitely something you have to do is get tapas in Barcelona. And the Aperol spritzes are also fantastic, and the wines are all great, and it's quite inexpensive to eat in Barcelona. And it's such a dog-friendly city. You see them everywhere, even in this restaurant. Gaudi's original home. So again, you see the very interesting architecture of Gaudi, and this was actually a museum that you could enter. Again, you need tickets in advance. That is kind of the name of the game in Barcelona. Make sure you get your tickets in advance for anything that you want to visit or places you want to go into, such as the Sagrada Familia. We made the large mistake of not doing that in advance, as we had focused entirely on the London aspect and totally forgot about Barcelona. Sagrada Familia. Insane. It is a church designed by Gaudi, not finished for almost 140 years. This is so crazy, right?
I've never been so amazed at one thing.
It's so impressive. It's more impressive than the Eiffel Tower, more impressive than the Colosseum. Wow. They say supposedly it'll be done in 2026, 2028, but I think they're going to try to take their time because it's kind of interesting to have something that's never been finished, that has more allure. So La Sagrada Familia was amazing to see in person. It was one of my favorite parts of the trip, and here are some interesting tidbits about it. So it's been under construction since 1882, expected to be completed in the 2030s, and it combines the Gothic and Art Nouveau elements with intricate facades and stunning interior columns, which unfortunately we did not get to see. The Nativity facade tells the story of Jesus' birth, while the Passion facade depicts his crucifixion. And you can actually take elevators to the top of the towers. That ticket was a little bit more expensive, so make sure you select the correct one when you are going to purchase them. And of course you get some beautiful views from the top. And the Basilica actually has 3 facades. So I mentioned the Nativity and the Passion. There's also the Glory with more intricate symbolism. And of course it was designed by Gaudi himself, and there's many sculptures all around the Sagrada Familia. By far the most incredible structure I've ever seen. The details, the craftsmanship, insane. So I also wanted to mention the other things you saw earlier in the video, the Casa Batillo and Casa Mila. So Casa Batillo is a modernist building designed by Gaudi, and of course it's in the heart of Barcelona, and it's known for its dragon-like appearance. And then Casa Mila is also modernist. It's an apartment building designed by Gaudi, and it translates to the stone quarry, or La Pedrera, and is referring to the rough-hewn stone facade which it has. And the rooftop of Casa Mila features surreal sculptures, ventilation chimneys, and panoramic views of Barcelona, which you can see if you get tickets. Again, the tickets. And soon you're going to see the Barcelona Museum right across the street from the Sagrada Familia. You have jerseys from different decades and also a shop in there. However, there's another shop closer to the Casa Mila and Casa Batillo, and that one has more items, so I actually got a jersey from there. But you get a cool history of the FC Barcelona team here. And once you go upstairs, you get all the different posters from different decades of FC Barcelona. Now, when someone says Barça, that's referring to the team. But if you say Barna, that's referring to the city of Barcelona. So never refer to the city of Barcelona as Barna. And you see photos of all the wonderful teams of Barcelona. It is, of course, my team of choice. And now we go to La Boqueria. This is a street market on the Rambla where you can find so many different foods, pre-prepared or not. There's many juice stands, many jamon stands, which are the ham that you can get, and you can get it with cheese if you want. There's also various foods from around the world that you can find. And there's is a seafood section. So you could get these pieces of bread with octopus or with salmon on it. They were fantastic. And you can also get fresh fish.
Which one did you order?
Caña.
Caña. So it's gonna be
Where'd she take it?
ooh, it has some dressings. Some
You
dressings.
should get that one with the fries. That's a lot.
What did you get, Marcel?
So you can get these pieces of steak and they'll cut it up and warm it up for you, and it's fantastic. You can also get tons of different kinds of chocolate, and they even had tacos with jamon instead of traditional ground beef or chicken or pork. Now, this section is quite interesting. So we left La Boqueria Market, came out, and saw that there was a parade happening. And apparently, this parade was to commemorate the Sicilian heritage that is connected to the Catalan heritage, as Catalonia at one point controlled part or all of Sicily. And it was really cool to see all the traditional dress. You also can see the king and queen, and there was drummers, trumpets, flutes, and it was quite long. It spanned the entire Rambla, and they made their way to the square, and they had here you can see the king and queen, by the way, but they had tons of different kinds of dresses and outfits, and it was very interesting to see, something that is unexpected. And of course, the city is vibrant with tons of different cultures and people to interact with. Now you see, we were walking back to our Airbnb, and actually someone got hit by a car right at the end. But of course, before we left, we had to get some paella. And I want to mention, in the next episode of these travel vlogs, we'll be going to Italy. Here's a little sneak peek. We're going to central Italy. We fly into Bologna, then go to some very interesting factories of some very well-known car brands, and then Bologna, and then to the coast of Italy. And I'll catch you in the next one. Like and subscribe.